Hey, Dani K, come to you from Dani K General Wellness. Today's tip comes to you from a member this morning, talking about working out and how to get the best out of their their workouts, burning more calories. And so I kind of brought up something, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So basically, whether you know or whether you don't know, now you're gonna know, or now you're gonna hear it again. But if you work multiple muscle groups, you're going to burn more calories. So so a lot of times when I'm trying to like condense a 2-hour workout down to 1 hour for my client, you always hear me talk about, HIIT training, you hear me talk about Tabatas, intervals, that kind of thing. But I don't know whether I've ever, spoken on the topic of multiple muscle groups or kind of concentrated on that. So basically what I'm talking about, like a lot of times I'll have, if we're doing a full body or something, like I'll have my clients doing, you're not going to be able to see me, but, holding like a dumbbell or a kettlebell or, like I think my lowest kettlebell is 15. So if I need to, give my client, like a elderly person or something like that, like an 8 or a 10, but at least hold something, or even just like the easy curl bar, you're holding something in your hand. So you're doing a squat and then a press. So not a straight out press, but not a straight up press. We're doing more like an incline press, right? You can do it all kinds of different ways, but for me, like what I usually do is I usually have my client doing say a chest press maybe on the ball, so we're engaging the core, again, more muscle groups. So the more you work like a couple of different muscle groups in one shot, the more calories you're burning. So we get my clients on the ball doing a chest press, so they're engaging their core, your chest, obviously your triceps. So that typically I have them doing like a flat press, but then I'll do that squat and press thing where they're squatting and doing an incline press. So we're working, and they're like, "Oh my God, my heart rate is up so high." They're out of breath, because they're working their legs and their chest. Of course, when you're doing a squat and a press, hey Sean, what's going on? When you're doing a squat and a press, and Sean, that's one on Sean's workout routine. So Sean, I'm talking about that squat and that press thing. So, and of course I give him a 35-pound plate, because he's a guy. But you're squatting, so you're working, your glutes, your hams, your calves, your quads, and of course when you're holding the weight while you're squatting, you're isometrically working, shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, and then you're going to stand up, you're going to press it out, so you're working incline, like your incline chest muscle, working some shoulder, working some tricep. So you're engaging a lot, and core, so you're engaging a lot of muscle when you're doing that. So the best, most efficient way, is engaging a lot of muscle groups or multiple muscle groups into that one particular exercise. You're going to get out of breath, your heart rate's going to be up, you're going to burn more calories than just focusing on one muscle group. So for instance, you can do lunges and curls, or even if you're doing like wide curls, you can do you can't see me, but you can do a plie squat and do a curl at the same time. So you can do a plie squat, and or even just a regular squat and do squats and curls. I've done things where people do, and I always do a reverse lunge versus a forward lunge. I'm not one that I like the forward lunges, because when people step forward, they tend to put more pressure on the ball of their foot. Then the knee kind of goes over, so there's a lot of pressure that way. So when you step backwards, and actually I'm going to put this on the floor and show you, because I'm chit-chatting about it, so I might as well do it, right? So and I'm going to take this foot out of the way, so when you step back, when you step back and you go down, all my pressure is on this heel and this leg butt. And when I would step forward and go down, see how like I can tend to put all the pressure on the ball of my foot, a lot of pressure on the knee. So I like the reverse lunge where I'm doing this And I'm now focusing, where do we want the focus? On the tush. So I'm putting the weight on the heel and the tush. So that's my reasoning behind not liking forward lunges or walking lunges. And I mostly do reverse lunges with my clients. I don't like the forward lunges. You can, if you're not careful about what you're doing and digging that heel in when you step forward, you're going to screw up your knee, or you take the chance of screwing up your knee. So when you do that reverse lunge, you can do a shoulder press. So you can reverse lunge and shoulder press. So you're working multiple muscle groups. And even me just now talking while doing just a couple of that, you know, I'm not even lifting any weights, but while I'm going through that motion, my heart rate is up. So, you know, or it's getting up. So definitely one of the best ways to burn more calories, to get more efficient workout, is to work multiple muscle groups and safely. So, you know, like I said, lunges and shoulder presses, or you can even do lunges and bicep curls. You know, squats and bicep curls, squats and shoulder press. You can do squats and the chest press. So there's all kinds of different ways and different things that you can do, but you don't want to, and like today also, we talked, I had one client, or not client, but a member, where she likes to, and she was using lightweight and she has no issues with her shoulder, so that was fine. So she likes to do a front raise and take it down and go like this, and then come up and go like that and go down. So that's multiple muscle groups, yes, and that's good. However, I do not like that, and I didn't smack her, you know what I mean? I didn't like yell at her or whatever, but I just said, if I were you, you know, I wouldn't do it that way. Try this way, because if you're going up like this, your shoulder is kind of out, and then when you circle it over here and bring it down, you can tend to take that shoulder out of whack. If you have bad shoulders, like I do, that's going to happen. So what I suggested that she did was take and do a front and a lat raise like that, and then either stay doing your 10-12 reps like that, and then switch doing 10 to 12 reps like that, or doing, you know, one. But now you have to be like really, you know, careful with it, because you don't want to get into that swinging thing where you're just swinging and using stuff. So, you know, multiple muscle groups is where it's at. HIIT training is where it's at. You know, the Tabatas, anything that you're doing like fast-paced cardio for a short period of time, you know, and then of course the multiple muscle groups. You know, you're getting it done. You know, I mean, like sometimes people will do the lat raises and then they'll wait, and they'll do another lat raise and then they'll wait. So in the between time of waiting, what you can be doing is working both your front and your lat raise, right? Your front and your side delts. Switch, work your front and your side delts. So you're working multiple things. You know, so there's different ways to incorporate different kinds of, you know, multiple muscle groups. You can work on the ball and engage your core while you're doing something else. You know, you can also use the ball to do a wall squat as you're shoulder pressing, or, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's definitely kind of good to get a trainer and do those things, learn, you know, a couple of those things, so that you have something to take with you, and incorporate into your workout. So keep that in mind. You know, we're not just here just to answer questions and to give you tips. You know, we can actually benefit you and benefit your workout and make your workout more efficient, so that you get those results quicker, because that's ultimately what everybody wants. We want results yesterday, right? So, you know, when you want that, you definitely have to put the work in, and sometimes when you want the results yesterday, you have to work a little bit harder, you know, so that those results can, you know, get there. So, you know, thank y'all for joining me and everything like that, and giving me these questions, so that I can, you know, come to you and help you on your fitness journey. That's what it's about, me helping you on your fitness journey. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave me a message. Message me at Dani K. Jimma Wellness on Facebook, or DaniKJimmaWellness.com, and helping you on your fitness journey. So stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated. Bye.